Hey LUSH fans, I have a haul for you. Well, it's not really a haul, it's actually a review of LUSH's foot care line. I'm going to be reviewing Volcano foot mask, fair trade foot lotion, Pied de Pepper foot lotion, and Running to the Embassy body butter, which is designed for the feet. I got the chance to try these out through various means. I got samples of Pied de Pepper and Running to the Embassy with my last LUSH UK order, and I ordered the full sizes of Volcano and Fair Trade Foot Lotion. And I've managed to give all of them a few uses, so I thought it might be a little useful to you guys to know how they worked out. Okay, so I'm going to start off with Volcano, and it looks like this. It comes in a 325 gram pot, and it is kind of, I'm going to show you what it looks like. It looks like this. It's white and grayish, kind of pasty looking, very thick and dense, and it's just very potent scented. It smells very much like spices, like cinnamon and cloves, with a little bit of an undertone of a potato smell. It smells a little weird at first, but then you get used to it and you kind of grow to like it. At least I have. It's really weird. Okay, about the product. It does make your feet feel tingly, and it does feel really good, which I like. And it softens your skin a little bit, I guess, but overall I have to say it doesn't really exfoliate. The exfoliation is kind of a joke. The pumice in it is very finely ground, so you don't really get a very good scrub out of it, which I found a little disappointing because I had some calluses that I wanted to get rid of, and it just wasn't doing it for me. So that's my 2 cents on that. It is really strong when it comes to the tingly sensations. Like, I have really sensitive skin, even on my feet, and the first time I used it, I really slathered it on because that's what they tell you to do, and my feet were on fire. Oh my goodness, they were burning up because it's really intense. And I had made the mistake of putting a little extra on my ankles. Don't do that. Your ankles will seriously feel like they are on fire. And I mean, not everyone gets this feeling. I guess if you don't have like really sensitive skin, you won't. But I have really sensitive skin, and it was almost painful for the first couple of minutes. Then I adjusted to it. Then it started feeling pretty good. And when I took it off, it left a nice tingly after feel, which I really did enjoy. So those were the good things about it. I used it after a long soak in the tub, and I used a pumice stone afterwards because, like I said, it doesn't really scrub enough. And one tip I have, since it does tend to be really messy to apply, is to put your feet inside the plastic bags, because they tell you to put your feet in plastic bags. Put them inside the plastic bags before you apply it to your feet. This really helps minimize the mess, because the first time I tried to do it, like, I was putting it on my feet, and then I couldn't even put my feet on the floor because it was covered in gunk, and like I was contorted into this crazy position, and then I had to get it through the bag, and it got all over the bag. Don't do that. Put your feet in the open bags and apply it once the feet are inside the bags, and that'll save you a lot of mess. And apply it with one hand only so that the other hand stays clean and you can grip the pot. I left it on the 3 times I used it about 20 minutes each. And you can totally leave it on as long as you want, it doesn't matter. I find that it tingles a bit more if you leave it on longer. So, I mean, I love that tingly feeling afterwards, so I kept them on longer, and it was very relaxing. So I liked it. Just don't expect it to work you any miracles, that's all. And by the way, it has a 3-month shelf life, so make sure, number 1, check the expiration date before you buy it, and number 2, keep it in the fridge, because the fridge will extend the shelf life a bit, at least enough for you to make sure you use it all. And I can get about 5 uses of this because my feet are pretty small. I have like size 6.5 feet. So even though they say you can get 3 to 4 uses out of it, you can totally get 5. And I don't even put this on the tops of my feet because they're just too sensitive. It's so painful if I do it. So I put it on my toes and on the bottoms of my feet, and especially a lot around my heels because those tend to be kind of rough. And it's just fine. And I put less on the next time, and it was very pleasant and it wasn't painful at all. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to review is Fairtrade foot lotion. I also got a full size of this, and it's this big. It has the most delicious scent. It smells like Andes mints, like those chocolate mints that you get. It smells so good, and it's pink like this. Wait, hold on, let me show you. It looks like this. It's I don't know if you can see that. It's a bright pink, like the color of Pepto-Bismol. And it's kind of thin. It's a lot less thick and rich than I thought it would be. I could probably actually use this as a body lotion in the winter since it smells so good and it's not too thick. But I found that it absorbed fairly quickly, and it did feel kind of good. It didn't feel tingly or anything, but it felt good when it was on my feet. And it's a fun product to use, so I'll probably keep using it. So that's about it. I mean, you only have to use a little bit because it spreads really thinly when you finally put it on. So this will probably last me a while. It might last me like, I don't know, 6 months if I use it every night. Something like that. Oh, and by the way, you guys, these two products were half the price on the LUSH UK website as they were in stores. Just letting you know. The next two things I'm going to use were samples that I got. This one is PA to Pepper. PA to Pepper is another foot lotion. It's supposed to be a little thicker and more concentrated than Fairtrade foot lotion. I find that it is a little thicker, but again, it absorbs really quickly and it's really not that rich. It smells like a cross between vanilla and chai, and it looks like this. A little goes a long way. I thought this amount would only last me 1 foot application. This will probably last me about 3 uses, and it's tiny. It's a sample. So I mean, that's kind of cool. But yeah, I probably wouldn't buy it. It doesn't tingle your feet or anything. It's just really ordinary. And then I got a sample of Running to the Embassy Body Butter. It looks like this. It is very melty. Oh my goodness, it is so melty. The moment you touch it, you get it all over your fingers and it gets really greasy. And I mean, I guess that's part of the point of a body butter, but again, I thought this would be really scrubby because, you know, it's designed especially for the feet. Again, the pumice is ground so finely that I don't know, it really doesn't scrub that much. It's kind of a joke. Like, the pumice is ground so finely, it feels like salt. And salt just doesn't cut it for my feet. My feet get kind of rough because I wear a lot of different kinds of shoes, a lot of heels and stuff, and because I'm really short. But yeah, I don't know, I didn't find it too effective. It is very moisturizing, so that's good, but as far as exfoliating goes, it's really not that scrubby. I probably wouldn't buy it, especially not for the price, because it seems very melty, like it could go fast, like really fast. So those are my reviews. I hope you found them helpful. And the only thing I would wholeheartedly recommend, and this is only because it's really fun to use, is the Fairtrade foot lotion. I think for the price of Volcano, I don't know, I probably wouldn't buy it again just because it really doesn't do much other than serve as like a tingly treat for my feet. So yeah, I don't know, I found all of them kind of a disappointment, unfortunately. I hate to burst your bubble if you were thinking of buying them, but that's about it. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you guys later.